And welcome back to the show. Today we are joined by Colleen Heaton, whose new book, Being Colleen. Here we go. It's heartfelt. It's a courageous look at identity and resilience and the power of telling your story. She opens the door to her own journey with honesty and hope, and we're thrilled to have her share her thoughts with us today. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you very much. It's very exciting.
This is good. Last time you were on the show, we were talking about the Ark
Yes.
and your work with that. And I think you alluded that the book was coming out.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we are. And so tell me, what was it like to, at this point in your life, to write a book?
A lot of that is things that I have written before. It's essays and poetry that I've written over the years, kind of pulled together. But actually sitting down and having it all into somewhat of a memoir is it's unreal. It really is. It was very exhausting. It was emotionally
Was it?
exhausting to pull it together, and it sat waiting for a little while because I wanted to release it on November 1st, which was my 50th birthday. So I sat on it for a little while, and the newness hasn't worn off, but talking about it sometimes is so exhausting
Really?
that I haven't done a lot of publicity. I'm just kind of letting it naturally
Just
get out
organically
there.
sort of
Yes.
gather steam. Well, I hope you will feel refreshed rather than exhausted after our conversation because I have not had a chance to read it, and I'm excited to be able to do that. But when did you first realize that your personal journey was something that others might benefit from?
I am a survivor of childhood sexual and physical abuse. And so there have been times in my life that people have reached out and wanted to talk. And there have been times when I've reached out to people and needed to talk. But pulling it all together came about from a very dark place in my life where I had to decide, am I going to live or am I going to die right here? And so I took a break from the world and life and just sat alone in the woods for 3 days and kind of let myself feel all of those feelings that I had stuffed down deep for so many years. And I wrote a lot in those 3 days and let myself actually feel the things that I had never felt, never allowed myself to feel. And the idea of pulling it all together in a book came about after that experience.
It's interesting to me how putting those feelings on paper can be healing.
Absolutely. It is. I encourage people, you don't have to publish it. You don't have to share
Right.
it with anybody.
Yeah, nobody else has to read it.
But definitely, to me, it was, okay, I don't have to keep this in my mind anymore. I can let it go because it's on paper. I don't have to hold it anymore because the words are outside of me.
Yeah, yeah. So give us an overview. What is Being Colleen really about, and what do you hope your readers take from it?
First and foremost, I want people to know they're fine being. Just be.
Hmm.
Don't You're not becoming, you are. So just be. One night my husband said, why don't you just be Colleen instead of trying to do all of these things? And I thought, wow, that's a novel idea, but who is Colleen? And at that point in my life, I felt like I had lived so many different lives and had to really figure out who is Colleen. So the journey of figuring that out and realizing the things that I actually like versus the things that I like because other people do. And I write about it in the book. I started listing, these are my favorite things. These are the things that I love, that it's important to me to have this in my life. The color yellow,
Yeah, you love yellow.
I do.
When did you know
Yes.
yellow was your happy color?
Probably 6, 7
So
years
you, as a
old.
child, you
Yes,
knew.
yes. But each chapter is being something different, being a granddaughter, being a daughter, being a mother, and all of that comes together. But still, my identity is not wrapped up in being anything. It's being Colleen and accepting that and being happy where I am and taking responsibility. If I'm not happy where I am, then I need to move.
Hmm. This cover art, mutual friend of ours, Susan Sistrunk, did that. And
Yes,
you said she had done a painting like this, but the chucks, that's what these
yes,
little go fasters, as my aunt would call them, the tinny runners here,
yes.
they were red in the original
Yes, her
painting.
original Chucks and Pearls painting, the Chucks were red, and I loved it so much. I love the message of the picture, but nothing wrong with red, but yellow's my color, so I needed it in yellow, and she accommodated me. And I was struggling for cover art for the book, trying to figure out exactly um, what I could use that would really get the message across in picture form. And I looked up on my wall, and her painting was there, and I said, "That's just absolutely perfect." And she allowed me the use of it
Yeah.
for the book.
Oh, she's amazing. You also, um, you say in the book, the chucks are here because you're on a mission.
I am. I've
Have
got
ground to cover.
Yes, I've got ground to cover. I want to make a mark and make a difference. And after I'm gone, I want something left behind to say Colleen was here,
Mm.
even if it's a pair of yellow chucks. And so that's very important to me. I was raised primarily by my grandparents, and they left such an indelible mark in my life. And I live in the house that they raised me in now, again, as an adult. And we have neighbors stop by, and oh, they just talk. I remember your grandmother this and your grandfather that. And I just love the idea that after I'm gone, there's something left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you have pearls on here. You say the pearls are because you stand on the shoulders of the women who came
Absolutely.
before you. Um, I love the expression "no grit, no pearl" too.
Yes. And I was told growing up that Pearl stands for person eternally altered by redeeming love. And the message of the book is at the end of the day, the redeeming love was my own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's shattered glass
Yes.
too. Tell me about
Yes.
that.
Well, there's breaking the glass ceiling, doing
Mm-hmm.
things that maybe I wasn't supposed to do, being in places maybe I wasn't supposed to be, but fighting to get there. Also, because I was in a tragic car accident when I was 25 and almost lost my life, and all of the broken glass, the symbolism there.
Yeah.
But the very dark place that I spoke of earlier, that was that was my way out of life, was broken glass.
Mm-hmm.
And so broken glass has almost done me in a couple times, and I want that to show that now I'm stepping on that glass. It has no power over me.
Mm. Um, so what does the simple phrase "being Colleen" mean to you today?
I'm being, I'm not doing. I can
Yeah.
slow down. I don't have to do. I'm not a human doing,
Yeah, were
a
you?
human
Yeah,
being.
that's good. It's you're not needing to please other people. I mean, I think so often we get
Yes.
wrapped up in the busyness of life
And
because we're
that was that
pleasing people.
right, that was a huge part of my life for so long. And I think now it's just this is me. And here we are. I'm I'm going to be me going forward and more or less take it or leave it.
Yeah. What was the most difficult part of writing the this really honest and personal story.
Going back and visiting some of the memories
Yeah.
of my childhood, and recognizing the things that I did without, the people I had to grow up without. And there's a chapter in there being a mother, and that was very difficult because my primary goal in raising my son was to give him everything that I didn't have. And in going back and thinking about his growing up and the things that we did together, but I don't have that to look back on. And there was some bitterness and some anger that I had to get through in that, and learning to be a mother without having had a good example.
A good model. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Tough. You mentioned the trauma that you experienced. Where does forgiveness fit in for you?
I don't know that in my life, in this situation, that there's so much forgiveness as reality, and letting these things no longer control me, and saying that I am who I am in spite of what happened, not because of, and not giving credit to the trauma, but giving credit to me and my absolute utter stubbornness to keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Did writing, just the whole process really of writing, help bring you some unexpected healing or insight?
It definitely did. Yes, yes. I don't sit still well. I don't go slow. I'm either 100 miles an hour or I'm not. And so slowing down and writing, and through that process, so many things these days are done on computer or on our phone, but to put pen to paper and
Doing it old school.
yes, and taking that and the entire process of thinking it and then writing it and then reading it helped me to kind of slow my life down just a little bit. And even now, if things get a little bit out of control, writing is a way that I can kind of slow it down a little.
Yeah. Were there people along the way that encouraged you in the writing process?
Absolutely. My husband's my biggest fan. He's great, very supportive. I had Kanisha Griffith as a literary agent, and she helped. And I started the process several years ago, and it was just too overwhelming, and I stopped altogether. And then came back to it, and she was right there waiting, and she said, "Okay, let's do it this time." And so
Yeah, so how
she
long
was
a
great.
process? When did you?
Probably 3 years ago
Okay, really?
was the first time that I reached out to her, and then again the beginning of this year to finally pull it all together.
Yeah. Were there some stories you struggled with whether to omit or to put in to the book?
There's a lot that's not in there,
Well, I imagine, yeah.
but I say that I've lived a million different lives. It would be a million pages long. So I tried to pull out the ideas of the different facets of my life, who I've been along the way, that led me and helped me see how I can just be Colleen.
Yeah. So much more I want to talk to you about. We're going to
Okay.
take a quick break, though, before we do that, because I do want to learn more about, where you are today and in the process of being Colleen. But I want to tell you today's show is brought to you by the Wild Watusi Boutique. Be sure to check them out. They're in Hewitt, just down from George's. So check out the Wild Watusi. We'll be right back.
Check out Randy Rogers' live acoustic performance at the Hippodrome Theater tomorrow, December 11th. If you don't know him, I don't know how you don't. Randy Rogers is the frontman for the Texas-based country band, the Randy Rogers Band, known for their blend of outlaw bent and traditional country music. He started playing piano and guitar at a young age. He formed a band in San Marcos and has since become a successful musician, songwriter, and businessman involved in the Texas music scene. So be sure to check out his live performance at the Hippodrome Theater December 11th. Waco Civic Theater is presenting Christmas in the Land of Oz from December 19th through the 20th. The Wicked Witch of the West becomes the Grinch in this delightful holiday play when she steals Christmas from Munchkin Land. It takes all of your Oz favorites, Dorothy and Toto, Scarecrow, Tin Man, the Lion, and the Munchkins, to bring the Yuletide holiday back. In the process, the Tin Man recovers his sense of humor, the Lonely Lion finds a lady companion, and Dorothy finds the spirit of Christmas to bring back to Kansas for Auntie Em and Uncle Henry. I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Waco, and I will see you next time.
And we're back with Colleen Heaton, who has written a book, Being Colleen. It's a memoir. And, many readers describe your book as courageous in your being so authentic and transparent in sharing your story. Do you feel that?
I do. I decided a number of years back that I really want to be authentic. I don't want to look like anyone else, act like anyone else, be anyone else. I just want to be true to myself. And if I was going to put out a book, it had to be the exact same way.
Yeah, yeah. What are some of the themes that we see here? Resilience, identity, faith.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the themes that you touch on?
Love.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, love is a big one in there. Healing. Actually feeling your feelings and experiencing them before you can move on.
Yeah, we can be very expert in burying those feelings
Yes.
and shoving them into a gunny sack or whatever and not dealing with it.
Yes, it always comes back though. And I describe trauma as it's not linear. The healing process is not linear, it's circular. And I compare it to a spectrum. People talk of the autism spectrum.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yes, healing is a spectrum, and we experience it in different ways on different days, and we could both live the exact same experience, and the trauma can manifest itself differently. And so that spectrum, and giving everyone the opportunity to experience their own trauma, their own feelings in their time and in their way. So that's a big part of something that I've learned and that I tried to elaborate on in the book.
Mm-hmm. Was there a point in your journey where you felt like it was a turning point, that you turned the corner?
After those 3 days that I spent in the woods, I realized, okay, I want to live. And there were multiple times where something happened in my life. I was having a root canal.
Oh.
And I was having a panic attack because I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die, which is, it didn't happen and it doesn't happen. But that irrational fear made me realize I want to be alive. And that made me think back that I was not suicidal, but if I didn't wake up, that was okay too. And life was difficult and tiring, and adulting was so excruciating. And some people grow up being taught how to manage those feelings and deal with them. And I didn't have those skills. So it built up and it built up. But realizing one day, oh my goodness, I want to live. And then marking that day, now I go forward and I remember, okay, I've only wanted to really live for X number of years. And I want to live and I want to experience everything that I've missed over the years.
the feedback that you do get from readers, what does that mean to you?
I love it. I love that maybe I've touched someone's heart, but before I ever put it out there for the world to read, I was completely fine with I've done this. And if no one reads it, if it doesn't help anyone, it's helped me. And if it helps somebody, great. And it turns out that it's being sold not only in the United States, but in the United Kingdom and Canada as well.
Wow.
So it is getting out there.
Isn't that amazing? So what do you hope someone who's maybe going through a difficult time, what do you hope they glean from your book?
It is a process,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an uncomfortable, ugly process, but it's possible. Healing doesn't mean that it never happened or that you should pretend that it never happened. It just means keep going. Keep going. Find a way to manage. Find the things that you love. Find the places that mean something to you and experience that. And realize you're going to have good days and bad days. And I talk in the book about yellow, black, and gray. We tend to live in a world that is either all happy and sunshine and yellow, or it's terrible and it's black and it's gray. I mean, it's black and we can't see through the darkness. But most of life happens in the gray, in the middle, in the mundane. And we have to learn to live there. And just because the day is not spectacular, just because it's not a yellow day, doesn't mean that it's a horrible, dark day. It just is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if a reader were to take something from one particular passage, there's something in the book that you would want that to be?
Yes, the poem that I wrote, Lonely Little Girl, saying that sometimes I can look into someone's empty eyes and recognize they've experienced some trauma. And I want them to know that they're not alone. And there's hope, there's healing, there's a fellowship of survivors out there. And we need to rely on each other.
Yeah, I think being separated from other people, which it almost seems like in society there's even more separation and division than not. And it could be these things are kind of contributing to that. Where young people aren't dating anymore. I mean,
they don't even want to get their driver's license because they don't want to leave home.
Well, I could see maybe some helicopter moms or something. Oh, that's great. I want to keep you home. That's not healthy. I mean, that's not normal. We can't do that.
Yes. No, I also have a poem, with brave wings we fly. We have to carry each other. On each other we will rely.
Yeah.
We have to be strong for each other at times when another's weak.
Right. And to be present and to be sensitive to that.
Yes.
When someone, you see the long face and you go, what's going on? What can we do? Something like that. How hard is it though to share these personal stories of yours? I mean, you felt, I think, a kind of a calling. You needed to write. You needed to write the book, but
it is what it is. Yes, it's hard. But healing was hard.
Yeah.
And if it can bring someone else to the place where they can find a little bit of healing, then there it is.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody maybe is going through something and then it feels like they have a story to tell, what advice would you have for them in that?
Write it down. Write down everything.
Yeah, everything. And thought crossed my mind. Sometimes if you got an issue with somebody or whatever, you write the letter and then you burn it. What are your thoughts about that?
If that helps you heal, absolutely.
That it just
yes
is up in the ozone.
Yes, but if it's out of your your mind and your heart and your soul, and it's on paper, then it's somewhat easier
Yeah.
to let it go.
To cope with it. Now that this book is out into the world, what's next for you? More writing, I presume. As a poet, I mean, I don't think poets ever stop.
My hope is to eventually publish In the Shade of a Sycamore Tree, which I live under a sycamore tree that was planted by my grandfather. And in growing up, when I was in my grandparents' home under the shade of that sycamore tree, I knew I was safe. And now I live there again in that safety. So I'd really like to do that. I've got several other things in the works, and some things may never see the light of day, and some things I just may keep for myself, and that may be one and done. I'm not real sure if I'll go through the entire process again or not. We'll see.
So this was self-published?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about the process that you went through.
I used Ingram Spark online. Kanisha Griffin, who I mentioned, helped me with that, with getting everything uploaded and turning it in, and edits by Sierra Campbell helped me with that, with the formatting and getting it all put on there, and that was one of the easier parts of it. The hard part was actually pulling it all together and deciding, okay, this stays, this goes. Another really hard part for me was the waiting in between the time that it was finished and the time that I released it to the world. It was that waiting part was a little bit bothersome to me because I don't wait well.
Well, I mean, I see here you even talk about being a donor for organ donation.
Yes,
Tell me a little bit about
I
that.
donated a kidney.
Did you really?
I did, yes, in 2001. And that was a healing process for me as well, because I grew up thinking something is wrong with me. Something is wrong with me physically, medically. I'm just not like other people. And I came across a Facebook post. A man needed a kidney. And I thought, well, I'll do that. But in the back of my mind, I never thought that I was healthy enough to. And so I'd go and they'd run tests and they'd say, "Okay." And then I'd be like, well, the next something's going to be wrong in the next step. And so many different tests and doctor's appointments and questions. And I was told, you're an excellent candidate to be a donor. And as strange as it sounds, just to realize I'm healthy enough to save someone's life with part of my body was a very healing time for me as well.
That's amazing. Yeah. How long ago was that?
It was 2001. 2021. Sorry.
Okay, so it's been a few years. Are you in touch with the gentleman who?
Absolutely.
Tell me about him.
We stay in touch. I knew his wife, and saw her Facebook post, and I naively thought, oh my goodness, I have to wait until the morning. I'm going to be on a wait list. There are going to be so many people in line to do this. And it shows how much I knew about organ donation at the time. But I kept it from them until I got the go ahead, and then went to his house and said, I have your kidney. Are you ready for it? And
Wow.
we have stayed in touch over the years, and he and his wife were at my book release.
Oh, that
Yes.
is amazing. That's wonderful. Oh my gosh. So, how can folks connect with you if they'd like to learn more or get the book? How do they do that?
Being Colleen Book on Facebook, beingcolleenbook.com, or just Google Being Colleen, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. And remember, Colleen just has one L, Coleen. because Colleen Hoover is very popular right now. So she has 2 L's and I just have one. So make sure that it's being Colleen with just 1 L.
Well, I love what the back cover says, being Colleen is a raw, unflinching journey through pain, purpose, and profound love. So being Colleen, and you can just go to Amazon, I guess, anywhere to.
Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, even Walmart.com
Really?
has it.
That's
Yes.
very good. Well, it has been a delight
thank
to
you,
hear
Erin.
your story and to get to know you a little bit better. Just a quick update, how are things going at the Ark?
Everything's blowing and going.
So
Yes.
what's happening there at that wonderful?
Last week we had our family Thanksgiving where we invited the families of our adults in the Opportunity Center to come and have a Thanksgiving meal with us. And we've worked a lot on etiquette. And so the adults there who attend Monday through Friday set the table. And then they insisted that their guests serve themselves first and working on those types of things. And we have a Starry Night coming up that we work on with Baylor Center for Development and for Disabilities and Flourishing. I'm still trying to get used to that. And Heart of Texas Autism Network. It's a family dance at the Herd Center.
Oh, good.
That we have coming up. And then we're looking at what 2026 might look like. We're up to 20 adults now that are enrolled and come in and let us enjoy their presence every day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it is an amazing work that's happening there at the Ark, and you are such an important part of that. And thank you so much again for coming to be on the show to talk about being Colleen Gant Heaton, Heaton. So that'd be a delightful Christmas gift. I mean, 'tis the season, as they say.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
again.
much,
Thank you.
Anne.
Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead, and I will tell you today's show is brought to you by Gather & Co., where they are transforming houses into homes. Stay with us. A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
It's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Hey Waco, meet your new favorite email. It's called the Waco Buzz, the local newsletter that skips crime and chaos and gets straight to the good stuff. New restaurants, hidden gems, weekend events, and stories that make you proud to call Waco home. It's quick, free, and written by people who love Waco as much as you do. Join thousands of neighbors who already start their mornings with the Waco Buzz at thewacobuzz.com.
And welcome back to the show. You know, we just talked to an author, and I am delighted to introduce you to Erin Timberlake, who has a new business. It's called Blind Date with a Book. So how perfect
Yes.
to talk about this. Here we are, holiday season. People are thinking about things to buy for Christmas, but you're bringing a little mystery, a little joy, a little fun into the whole area of reading and gift giving too. So Erin, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell me about Blind Date with a Book.
So I have always been a reader my entire life. I've loved to read, and I always kind of knew I was going to take it to another level at some point. And, so I came across this idea of blind date with a book. So for my books, I wrap them so you can't see what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a library card on the inside that tells you some clues about the book. So it has the genre, it has the Goodreads rating. Goodreads is an app that I use to help me
Oh
decide
yeah,
what books
I'm
I'm
very
reading.
familiar with
Okay,
that. Mhm.
and then it has themes from the book and a quote from the book. So you get some ideas of what the book is about, but you don't know what actual book is inside. And then I also include some just fun bookish things. This one has a magnetic bookmark, a couple of paper bookmarks, some bookish stickers, a cute little keychain. Just
Okay, all right. I got to see this. I
Okay.
got to see this. All right. So, meet your date, the contemporary romance. All right, that's what the
Yes.
genre is.
hmm
It's got a 3.82, so
hmm
that's good.
It is.
That's good. Um, so we don't know when it was written. It could
It's
be.
the published date is on there.
Oh, okay.
hmm
Oh, 2005. Okay, there
Yes.
we go. That's what
hmm
that is.
hmm
Explores vulnerability and authenticity as the protagonist Emma spills her secrets to her boss and the complexity of relationships, exploring themes of deception, trust, and the need for honesty. Well, I'm intrigued.
hmm
Here's the quote. I've always had this deep down conviction that I'm not like everybody else, and there's an amazing, exciting new life waiting for me just around the corner.
Doesn't
Oh,
that make you want to read
I
it?
love that quote. Of course, Elizabeth Barnhill is a regular on the show
hmm
from Fabled, and she
Yes.
would know immediately what this
Probably.
is.
Yes.
She just reads book after book after book, and she
hmm
knows them all. She's incredible. But yeah, let your confidence shine. I'm just very darling gift
hmm
idea. So, how can folks find your your wares,
hmm
your
So I
books?
have a Facebook group. It's called the Book Whisperer CTX for Central Texas.
Mm-hmm.
On there, I have my order form. There's an order form that you can pick your genre, your color scheme, things like that.
Oh,
And then if you want to pick
so you
up, ship,
totally
I
customize it.
do.
So if somebody wants to, maybe they want to send a particular book. Do they do that as well? Can they?
I have done that before.
Okay.
I've had people that have purchased a book and brought the book to me and had me wrap it for them if they wanted a specific book.
Uh-huh.
More often it's a genre or a specific, I kind of
The
feel.
surprise is
Yeah,
the
exactly.
fun
Yes.
thing.
I do vendor events a lot, especially this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night I'll be in downtown Colleen at their Christmas event, and Saturday night I'll be in downtown Belton at Christmas on the Chisholm Trail. So that's how I get a lot of my books in people's hands is by doing vendor events.
So you also obviously we've got juvenile books, we've got children's books. So
hmm
you do them all,
I do.
depending. So you can just check off. This is a child who's 12
hmm
years old. So
Yes.
or a
hmm
girl, 12 years
Yes.
old. 'Cause,
Yes.
yeah.
And then I have a place where you can leave notes. This my kid loves dinosaurs, or try to find me a book like this, or so they can really I can really customize towards that child's preferences.
So how did you come up with this idea?
I originally saw it on TikTok because isn't that how we come across everything? But when I originally saw it, they had just taken and, wrapped it in the brown paper and like written on it with marker. I'm like, what a fun idea, but it could also be so pretty. Like I just, I love pretty things. So I really, I've been doing this just over a year. It was a year in September, and it's really like grown and changed, and I've added things and changed things. And I think now it's a really cool idea and it's really pretty. Um,
Okay,
so,
let me see
yeah,
this
here's
one.
this one.
All right, here's date number 2. Meet your date. This is a mystery thriller. Okay, and this is a 3.89 Goodreads rating, published in 2019, so a little more current. Explores hidden relationships, devastating lies, and the power of a mother's love. Quote: "To feel love was to feel fear. You just couldn't let it dictate your life. Love was a risk, but it opened up a world of possibility, one you would never experience without it." So this would be for a guy? I mean, how do we know?
I mean, it could be for anyone.
Okay.
Honestly, most of my books go to females. That's my really target audience.
I gotcha.
I have tried to expand a little bit. I find that a lot of men tend to like, the horror genre, a lot
Right.
of nonfiction. So I really have tried to expand and have things for men as well. So it's not just women and children.
So you think folks are really just kind of drawn to the whole mystery of
I
getting
think so.
a surprise?
I think so. Yeah, I think people really enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I've heard it said, when mom was saying she always she gets her kids something they need, something they want, something to wear, and something to read.
Yes, we did that when my son was little.
Yeah, yeah. So reading is, well, it's fundamental,
It
as
is.
they say.
Absolutely.
So what are the genres you do offer for children and adults?
I do a lot of romance, all types of romance that people really enjoy their romance. I do mystery and thriller, which is my main genre that I read. I like a lot of mystery and
okay.
thriller. I do historical fiction. I've tried to incorporate more fantasy. I don't read a lot of fantasy, but I have people ask me for fantasy a lot, so I try to do fantasy. I've started doing more horror, contemporary fiction. I try like pretty much anything fiction. Like I try to have all the genres. For children, I mean, children and young adult, I try to do the same. I mean, as many genres as I can find. So especially for young adult, it's real easy to find all the same genres just in.
So are these new books or these used books?
I do used books.
Okay.
I find a lot of them at Goodwill, library book sales. I came to the McLennan
Oh, so
Library
the
book
big
sale.
library, they just had it. And
Yes,
I'm
it
sure,
was huge.
I
I
bet
found
you.
a ton
Well,
of
in
books.
fact, you can get a big old sack just full of books, kind of a mystery bag too. Do they still do that? I know
I'm
they
not sure
used
if they
to.
do.
They just have a big bag full of books. You
Yeah.
can buy it for $10 or whatever.
Yeah, that's always a lot of fun
Now
though.
that would be loads of fun. What's the oldest book you've ever given? Have you done it?
I
Do you
have
ever
done-
see antique copies of books?
I've done some books that were published a long time ago, but I haven't done any like actual old copies of the
Right.
books. I haven't come
Right.
across any of those. No.
Right, right. Book collectors, though, I mean, like you say, they just love to read too. What genre seems to be the most popular? What do you see?
Romance.
The romance. Yeah, if you're targeting ladies.
Yes, people like the dark romance and there's a new genre called romantasy. It's romance and fantasy combined.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I hadn't actually heard of that until I started doing this. I mean, I've obviously heard of romance and fantasy, but I hadn't heard the new term romantasy until I started doing this.
Okay. Yeah.
Very popular.
Yeah. That's in fact, I interviewed an author who was dabbling in that genre. What has surprised you the most about running this business? A date with a book.
Just the conversations I have with people. I'll sit at these shows for 6, 7, 8 hours on Saturdays, and I have so much fun talking to people about books. Like
Yeah.
I can always tell when somebody sees my booth, and I can just tell when they're a reader because I automatically they just kind of light up, and just having those great conversations with people about what they're reading and what I'm reading, and it's just been such a joy to see, to talk to people about books because that's what I'm passionate about. It's what I love, So it's been a lot of fun.
Do you collaborate with local libraries? And I know you say used books, you find them at Goodwill and estate sales and so forth.
I haven't yet. No, I should.
So you're seasonal. Do you have something seasonal going with Blind Date with a book? Or you got one more? I do want to see this one
Yes,
last
this
one.
one is
Time we
historical
have left.
fiction.
But I presume will you do some like Christmas?
I have some Christmas books,
Yeah,
yes, and
yeah.
I decorated them, in Christmas colors and.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Meet your date. Here we go. This 18th century historical fiction, which I love that. That's the genre. This is a 4.42.
That's a highly rated
Very,
one.
very high rate. This was published in 23, so pretty recent book. Your rating is 5 stars, so you really like this book. Explores themes of gender inequality, justice, power dynamics, and perseverance. it's an unimaginative, this is the quote, it's an unimaginative accusation and one that I am frankly tired of hearing. Witchcraft, as though there is no other explanation for a woman who excels at her work.
Isn't that great?
So they're going to call you you are the book whisperer.
book whisperer.
You're not a book witch.
That's right, exactly.
By any stretch. But this is so darling. You've got a little keychain, as you say, and just keep listen to many, speak to a few. William Shakespeare.
Yes.
I love this. I mean, it is so very clever, and the way you've wrapped it so it is like an envelope that you can stick goodies.
Yes. And I try to include kind of some inspirational things, like inspirational stickers and things like that. Just kind of, you can stick them on your little bulletin board and just boost your day.
So again, how can folks reach out to you and purchase
So
their own date with a book?
Yes, go to the Book Whisperer CTX on Facebook, and you'll find my link to order and everything there.
The Book Whisperer CTX. It has been so much fun visiting with you, Erin.
Thank you.
All the best, and what a great gift idea for Christmas. This is just awesome.
Thank
Again,
you.
that place once again.
The Book Whisperer CTX.
Very good. Erin,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
Bubble wasn't here. I don't know what people would be doing, like making PowerPoints or something. I love that I can sit down and build something the way that I think it should be built.
Bubble turns ideas into fully scalable apps. Try Bubble today.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Well, I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss him once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Now, hey, yeah, yeah. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, well, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see somebody waits for you. Kiss him once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. So get your Popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
I know you're gonna love this Kodak Dot Plus printer. You guys just connect it to your smartphone. I can assure you, you are going to love this printer as much as my family has. You guys have to check it out for yourself.
Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. NordVPN.com. That's NORDVPN.com. With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US. Accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Today we're doing another Christmas thrift with me, this time in a Salvation Army store. I was very excited. There's something really charming about Salvation Army thrift stores to me, because they tend to have a lot of older things. It used to be like a gold mine for me for finding vintage Christmas stuff. Like that's where a lot of my vintage Christmas stuff came from back in the day. Like stuff that I see in antique stores now, I got really cheap in Salvation Army stores. So there was always just something super comforting. Plus they were also playing Christmas music, which was nice. It just felt very festive. They usually always have a few fake trees for sale. I really liked this one actually. I have a really nice tree that we bought when we moved here. And I do like it, but one thing I don't like is the branches aren't very bendable. Like they just kind of snap back to where they were, so it can be frustrating. So I was thinking, oh, this is so nice because the branches, you can like put them where you want to, so you can really fill it out nicer than the tree I have. But I couldn't even put up a big tree this year anyway, but it doesn't matter. Although I will say I'm not even actually minding having a little smaller tree up this year. It's kind of nice, like it'll be so easy to take down.